I want to share what just happened and why I'm 4 minutes late now, five. But I promise being late and being obedient to what the Lord was telling me to do is important. And I had an incredible call just now that was almost an hour long with a beautiful woman that prayerfully will be on our team that I met through a group. If you guys are not joining groups, I highly recommend you join groups, get to know people. So when I got I believe this is how I met her. When I got my car 2 years ago, my Telluride, I started joining every Telluride group that I could. And I was like, okay, let me just meet with people and figure out what to do with this car because I know nothing about electronics. I just know I can hit my button and it starts my car and it's good to go. But my car does 100 things more, and I'm like, what do I do? So I started joining groups, and I was trying to ask all the questions, all the things. Well, I started talking to this one girl, and we've just stayed connected on Facebook. Well, she commented about 3 weeks ago and was like, man, I wish I could find women like that. Like I get so envy of you look like you have awesome women in your life and I can't ever seem to find women like you or women like the people around you or that aren't hateful or gossip or drama and all this stuff, right? And she's like, I'm so sorry, Cassie, that I'm telling you all of this, but I've been hurt for so long. I don't like women anymore. And I was like, honey, I get it. I get it. And I don't want to lie to you that yes, there's sucky women out there. And I hate that for you. And I hate that for all of us. But I can tell you that in our team, we have had those women and we are not that women. And if we are, I'm going to smack y'all in the face and I'm going to tell y'all, turn around, go talk to Shelby if you have an issue, or go talk to April if there's something wrong. Like we work it out. And we will always do that. And the beautiful part, oh, can somebody send Sam the link really quick, please? The beautiful part is that I got to pour into her and I needed to pray for her and all of that. And she is excited, hopefully, to join our team. And I cannot wait for you guys to meet her. And she's like, I'm willing to do it. I just don't want to be burnt. And I told her up front, you're probably going to be burnt. I'm not going to lie to you. You're probably going to have people tell you they don't want your plexus stuff or they don't want whatever. And it's going to happen. I'm not going to lie to you about that because you're still going to have people do that. But I am going to tell you if the Lord has given you this as a business, He's going to provide the people that actually need to be in your life and not the ones that are telling you no right now. Because the ones that are telling you no right now, either it's not yet or those are the people He's protecting you from. And so we have to remember those things. And it was just such a beautiful call. So, highlight of today, go get into groups, get to know people and friend them. And don't just talk plexus. Like, of course, talk plexus. Eventually I did talk plexus to her and make it organic. Like, I remember a long time ago, she asked what I did. So, heck yeah, I told her. I told her how much I love it and I get to work from home and all these beautiful things and be surrounded by women like you and how that is hard to find. But man, do we have it? And it's not even just that we have it in all areas of the United States. And I brought up all of our stories and how we all come from brokenness and that we all understand and we're all here for each other, even in our brokenness. Because how can we learn from each other if we aren't going to be vulnerable and share what's going on, right? Now, there might be times where we share in a loving way, like, all right, snap out of it. I'm here for you, but we can't keep doing this, right? And so I told her all of that. And I really pray that she comes on. So anyway, beautiful call. Again, tip of the day. I know Sam just got on. Go join groups, go get to meet people because you never know. They could be joining your team. And they could be the exact person that you need on your team as well that is looking for friendships like we have, because there's a lot of women that are looking for that more than you think. And I know I was one of them because I always had women that were just, I always had guy friends because guy friends don't talk. They're like, psh, okay, I think that looks great on you. And you're like crying and worried and they're all making fun of you or whatever. And anyway, y'all know. And so it's hard to find the women that don't judge you or have issues. And that's what I loved about being vulnerable with her and letting her know, like, I mean, we pretty much don't have that. From what I can tell, we don't have that. Our team is not that. And I'm so grateful. Um, it's all good. I had time to shower, so don't. Oh, I was just reading your message. That's great. I'm glad you showered, April. Good job. I rinsed off. I probably should have washed my hair, but I'm gonna do that tomorrow. It's fine. Okay, how is everybody's day? Because man, mine has been so good so far. I'm gonna tell y'all something else too in a moment, but I want to hear from y'all. How is everybody's day so far?
I did the power hour at noon, so that was nice. Found some different ways to do messages and reach outs, and it was just some different stuff. She said to help us break it up. She had us send friend requests, and I'm like, I never thought about that. So that was cool. I mean, obviously, from being in Lori's group, I knew about the commenting and things like that before making the post, so that part wasn't as new, but she posted ways as to how cleverly talk about our products, sending birthday messages and things like that too. So
Who was it today? And anytime y'all see a power hour that I don't, because I had no idea, please post it in our chat so that other people can join. Because I had no idea, but I love that they're doing them, and I love corporate power hours because I've led several of them and they're my favorite. So who do you know who did it today? And if you don't, that's okay.
I mean, she had one of those unique names where how it looked, I would not have.
Joanna?
Yes.
JW?
Yes.
Okay, that
Yes.
was Joanna. I was like, she's the only one I know that has the name that doesn't look like what it says.
Yep.
So,
Yep. That was it.
okay. Yeah, Joanna's one of my dear friends. I absolutely love her. So what tips did she say really quick?
She posted, like when you reach out for birthdays, just say, hey, happy birthday, blah, blah, blah. Hey, have you thought about, just clever ways to mention, Plexus, but to do it in a way as like it could be a gift. Hey, as
Yeah.
part of your gift, I would love to help you. She's like, if you don't want to do the 10 off, that's fine. But, the whole, hey, we have $1 membership right now, which could help. So that way, if you're tight budgeted like me, the dollar membership could help. And then, some fun ways to do posts and things like that.
Mm.
So,
Yeah, and what a way to say like, "Hey Sam, I see it's your birthday. I hope you get spoiled today and I would love to help with that spoiling." Like, if you have ever thought about doing gut health or whatever and you're struggling with bloating and energy, girl, I got you. I would love to spoil with you with a gift of $20 off. If that's for something you want, you know, or is that something you want? Question mark. And how is your I always ask another question of like, have you felt blessed today or did you feel loved today or what do you have plans today or something to that nature so the conversation goes not just happy birthday. We get like hundreds of those happy birthdays and I'm just like thanks, awesome, but if somebody actually intentionally private messages me, I have way more intention to getting back to them than I do anybody that posts on my wall or posts to everybody's comments and stuff like that. So yeah, hands down. Who else? How was your day?
Busy, always.
Yeah, girl, mine too.
Yes.
What?
Work is
Tell
now
me
in
busy. What's going on?
work is now in busy season as
Oh.
in real estate. It is now time till everyone's listing their houses. So
Because summer's around the corner.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah. So work's been busy. Home's been busy.
Mhm.
My husband's been sick for a month, so he finally has a scope colonoscopy scheduled for tomorrow morning. So
Wow.
hopefully we'll get some answers on why he's a giant baby. Um, and go from there. Oh, you
Not
guys have,
reporting at all. He's never going to see this.
it
It's
has
fine.
literally been the worst month ever. Because it's been going on for a month, but
Wow.
soccer practice, speech therapy, I got it all. So I'm
Yeah,
at
you do.
speech right now, but
Oh, girl. Well, hopefully he gets that figured out when the scope sees what's going on. I was looking at that just for because I'm old, and apparently at my oldness you should get a colonoscopy. But I'm actually researching and looking into thermography more because it's less invasive, and so I'm going to be doing that one. Um, plus she left.
yeah, I fed Ashley's children last night.
Oh, look
She
at
was
you. How
she
many
was at a,
octopus arms do you have? You can come to mine too. I'm just kidding. I'm
I
kidding.
feel like I have 12. Yeah,
Exaggerate.
she was at a death last night, and I was like, you know what? I don't want our kids to have to feed each other again. So we took tacos and stuff over there and I fed the Hermans. So
That's what besties do. I
yeah.
love it. I need Julia to move here. Anyway, it's fine. It's fine. She's enjoying Arizona. Y'all need to watch her stories because I've told her she's got to update them often. And you're going to see how spoiled they do for Silver Stars. Every single one of you can earn exactly what Julia just did. I want to showcase that really fast. So what happens is, like, let's say April starts bringing on Veronica, Sam, Shelby, like all these people, right? They're all Aprils. And let's say she helps all of you go silver, all of you. In the company, they're like, wow, she just had 5 silvers. And if she had the most silvers, they pick 3 people with the most silvers every single month. And they fly them out to Arizona, do spa treatments, give them $300, pay for their flights, pay for their hotel, all the things. You actually go through corporate, you get to see the manufacturing, you get to have sit down with Alec and Tarl and all the people. Like, you get one-on-one with them. And it is incredible. And so when I say every single one of you can earn it, it's because I've done it. Now Julia has, and you can too. It's amazing. So think about that behind your head, because if you can do it correctly, when you're adding a ton of people and you're like, oh, why don't I help all of them at the same time go silver? And then if you create the most silvers that month, you earned it. So, and it stops at senior ruby. So you got to earn it by ruby. So that's the other thing. Okay, who else? How was your day?
Well, let y'all know, yesterday started a very big day for me.
Okay.
Yesterday morning, I became the interim manager at the store I'm at, which means I am the boss for the next 6 to 9 weeks.
Wow. How do you feel about that? Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
Kind of both.
Okay.
Yeah, I've already had one person come up and go, I thought you were my friend. When they seen they only had 3 days, and I go, I'm your boss. I've got all these other people. I've got 22 people I have to make schedules for. So I said, I've got to split it up.
Yeah. And say, I am your friend. And it's really
Yeah.
hard to be in my position right now, but know that I still love you.
Exactly. And I don't know if Christy or Shelby's told you guys, the 16th through the 19th, we got really lucky. You know, Guthrie was the original capital of Oklahoma.
Yeah.
Okay, well, April 16th through the 19th is 89ers weekend, which is the celebration of statehood. And we have a booth all 4 days.
That's
Yeah.
amazing.
So, like, Wednesday it starts at noon and goes till 9 o'clock, but Thursday, Friday, and Saturday is 10 a.m. to 9 p.m. So
Wow.
there's a lot of
I'm
people
telling
coming.
y'all, events are huge, especially something like that. Are they coming down to help you, or what's going on there?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah,
good.
they have to because I can't take off. I've got that Friday off, but like in the evenings when I get done at the store, I can go down and help them.
Girl, that's huge. We have the one here on the 27th, and man, I'm praying that it's going to be explosive. Like every single one of you, I know Rachel just did one. We all should be doing in-person events. All of us.
Yeah.
Not waiting for anybody else. Like all of us should be doing in-person events. Yes, you can link arms with people like April and Darcy or Sam, you know what I mean? Like start them. Don't wait for them, because the only thing that we're waiting on then is your goals to not happen as fast as you want them to. Because we have opportunities. It's up to us to do the opportunities. And, that's like getting a winning day sheet done or messaging or whatever. So if we look back, and I am all to guilt on this, I was telling even Julia on Marco earlier, I said, I feel like it's already the 8th and I haven't hardly done as much as I would have wanted. And I will tell you guys, April is the best time to rank up. I ranked up Emerald in April. April is a wonderful month to do anything big. Yes, March as well, but April truly is, because you planted the seeds in March, and usually March is the big incentives and things like that. But for those people that you didn't hear from or what all of that, they flood in April because you were obedient and you followed up and you checked in. And so yes, it's the 8th, but now I'm like, it's on. I'm going to be going like crazy, because if I could go Emerald in April, I have to remind myself this is a big month if I make it a big month. And what I will tell you is the longer that you wait, so like come June, July, June and July, people are on vacations, people are summer, people are doing stuff. They're not thinking of their health. They're like, I've got to pay for this vacation right now. I don't have time. And so getting your head space in the fact, okay, I should probably rank up pretty big as much as I can in April and May before June and July so that then I have all those seeds planted. So I do have stragglers in June, July, but I'll have a lot more fruit come April, May. So I wanted to give that tip as well. Way to go, Veronica. I'm excited for you. It's going to be a great event. That's a lot of days. So that's phenomenal. Anybody else? How's your day? Rachel, you doing good?
Yes, I had a team call today with Aaron, and that was good. Because, well, not a team call, I should say, like a coaching call. You know what I
Yeah, I got you.
And I don't know. I did the event last Friday. I told her, I said, I'm planning on doing another one coming up. I just have to figure out when. And the one girl that's under me, Melissa, she's got some family stuff going on. So she is kind of slowing down a little bit. And I said,
Okay.
that's okay. Family
That's
comes
okay.
first.
Exactly.
So talking with Aaron today was good because I was like, after doing the social media challenge and then that, I was just like, I feel like bombed. Like it's hard. I haven't gotten anybody to sign up, which is okay. It's in God's timing. But I was like, this is strugglesome. And she goes, you're doing good though. I said, I haven't really posted very much. And she's like, I feel you there. And so that was good. So we were talking about that and how to overcome that.
Yeah, and I felt like, and I think I talked about this last team call, as much as I love Lori, do not hear me out. I love Lori, but I felt like it paralyzed us in a lot of ways. And I will tell you, if you were signing up people and you were still getting conversations and you weren't dead in the water, then you were on the right track. She's speaking to a lot of people that aren't getting anything. And so, yes, I love that it woke up my algorithm. I will tell you, I turned back on my professional mode or whatever, and it said I had an increased thing of like 500% the last few days and all this stuff. And so I'm like, either way, I take everything with a grain of salt and I try it. And so that's what I want you guys to do. Yes, we tried it. Now I will say I'm going to be doing Melissa Eichenhorst and Rebecca Folks. They're the coalition, Ambition Coalition. They have a 2-day kind of seminar thing, and it is a lot of posting and social media. But those two girls are gurus to the core, and they are a lot like-minded like us. Lori as well, but just two different totem poles. Like these girls are high achievers. They bring in high achievers. They bring in high leaders. And so I'm curious to learn from them and then take between the two, if that makes sense. So I think it's $47 for the 2 days. And I'm like, man, tax write-off. I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it. And so I'm doing that one. I will say that there is a Keith Callahan thing out there, and I know several diamonds. Again, I love his books, but I've heard from a few diamonds that I truly trust and love. And they're like, he's into crystals, he's into Buddhism, he's into all this stuff that I would be cautious with your team really diving in more with him as a person. And I'm like, good to know. Thank you. Because I want to pass out on the information, because when we're learning from people, we truly need to make sure that they have a lot of our same foundations, so that when we're gaining that and we're opening our hearts and our doors to them, we're learning and trusting them that we're getting the right information. Bob Heilig, hands down, I would say go do anything Bob Heilig, because I love him. He has a good Christian core heart. And I did not know that about Keith Callahan. So I would just be on the air. If you totally do it, just be cautious is what I'm saying. There was something else, but I can't remember. Okay, my day really quick. So I had a friend. So Kaya is my brand new level 1, and she heard something on the radio the other day, and it was and this might be in your area is what I'm telling you. There was a Christian business networking thing, and it's apparently been going on for 5 years in our area. Had no freaking idea. Kaya hears it on the radio. I go this morning. There's 320 plus people in a room. They are all business owners, networking, trying to grow their business for the Lord. And I'm like, why have I not found you that my whole life? Like, what? And so it was beautiful. They had a speaker, and then we all just chat. They fed us breakfast. I paid nothing. Nothing. It's all free. All I had to do was say that I was coming. And you guys, I'll post in our chat kind of the link of where they're at. If there's one in your area, which I believe there's some in Oklahoma City, go to them. They are once a month. And what a great way to get in and plugged into other business owners that want to run their business for the Lord, that now you can get word of mouth from them. They're like, oh, wait, she's got gut health stuff. I can connect you with her. And maybe he does insurance or whatever. That's his gifting. But now he knows you, and now he can flood people to you that had that issue. And so I'm really excited about that. So that was my morning. And I got to, I brought a friend that I met from the gym. And when I say get into fresh waters, you guys, the Lord has truly blessed me in the last few months that I have truly asked the Lord, and you guys need to do this as well. And I've told you, like, I have little sticky notes on my thing of pray for the people that the Lord will bring to you. But you also have to harvest and put yourself into fresh waters that you can find those people. So I went to the gym. I've been going to the gym now. And then all of a sudden I meet this girl named Mel. And Mel went with me this morning, and she has asked me for coffee. I didn't even ask her. We have had coffee now once, and we're going to have it again on Friday. And she is curious about the business, and she does meal prepping. So she's wanting to offer meal prepping to everybody that needs it, and all this stuff, and nutrition and macro training and all that. And I'm like, that is your gifting. Great. I will hand it off to my team. But man, what a great pair that we could be, where you could do supplements as well. So, right. And anyway, freshwater people are coming to me because I've prayed for it and I've put myself in the waters. So I would, if you're like, I haven't signed anybody, or I haven't done any, like, I don't feel like I've gotten to talk to anybody. Are you putting yourself in new places where you can meet new people? Kaya, different story a little bit. She goes to our church. One of my friends, her name is Teresa. I think Sam, you're the only one on here that knows Teresa. Maybe you know Teresa. No? Okay. Anyway, my friend Teresa there was a word of knowledge for infertility. They struggled with infertility for 10 years. Anyway, Kaya, did not know Kaya, prayed for Teresa, and the word of knowledge was, you're going to be holding a baby a year from now. Anyway, Teresa comes and visits. They live in Tennessee. They come visit. They come back to church, and she's like, oh my gosh, that's the girl that prayed for me. I need to tell her I'm pregnant now. Okay. So we talk to Kaya, and we're like, well, she's pregnant. Da, da, da. And I was like, hey, we should chat some more. Got to know Kaya that way because I put myself in the situation. I could have let Teresa go and pray, like tell her what happened and whatever, but I went with her to get to know who Kaya was, so that Kaya is here. And it's because I also poured into her. So like if Rachel is like, man, I don't like my job, and I'm like, oh, that stinks. And if I just would have let that go, Kaya would not be here. So Kaya was like, I really need to I've got to figure out how to make extra money. I'm like, girl, you know that I can help you make extra money. Like, you have to be so confident and to know that we have such an incredible opportunity for people that it just shines through you. Take my confidence if you don't have it, because I literally was like, Kaya, what in the world? What is stopping you? If you don't figure out the objections of what's stopping people, they will never ever move past the objection. So for her objection, and if she's on here, she'll hear it. But her objection was, she's done these things in the past and they did not work. Right? I've never done this before, so I can relate to it, but I could relate to tell her you guys a story. And I said, well, what if that wasn't the opportunity that was supposed to work? What if it was just a micro thing that happened to get you to the story that you're going to be into today? Like, what if that journey led to right now? What if it looked differently? What if? You won't know unless you try. And that girl is trying. Her posts are phenomenal. She's using Sam, you'll love her. She's using ChatGPT for everything. Like that girl, I'm like, I look at her stuff and I'm like, where's she getting these posts? Dadgummit, she's good. And sure enough, she's like, I just asked ChatGPT.
Did everyone see me as a Muppet? Because if you haven't done that, you guys should do that. It's hilarious.
Okay, I did mine. And I said, look how quickly something went viral. And I said, I used to feel like a Muppet too. And I talked about it in like a puffy way. And so anyway, yes, I totally did. I need to go look at yours. I didn't see yours yet. But anyway, I don't know where I was going with any of that now. I lost my train of thought because now I'm on Muppets. But go get yourself in fresh water. Thank you. Thank you, Sam. And I know like Shelby, it's going to be harder for her, but like, here's the freshwater idea for Shelby. She's putting herself into groups. She's getting to know people even as much as she can. And she's posting and she's having conversations that we all know women are needing women like us more than ever right now. So you have to connect with them. Tell them your struggles. Be vulnerable with them. Like the girl that I just got the phone with, she was like, I told my husband, you're going to think I'm the craziest person ever and I'm never going to talk to you again. But I got to tell you up front, women hate me. I feel like there's something wrong with me and all this stuff. And I'm like, I actually appreciate you more now that you're saying all this than me not knowing any of this. And that you struggle with trust because women have hurt you in the past. Like that was all she talked about. And see, April, you're gonna like, girl, get her on the phone. I need to talk to her too. But again, it's hard to open up when you have been so hurt by trashy, crappy women. They are out there because we live in a broken world. That it's hard for people to understand that we do have something special. We truly do. And I don't know her. I've never met her in person. Yeah, exactly. See, April, I want to trust you, but I don't. Lisa Turkhurst, she wrote that book after her divorce or going through her divorce, I think. Yeah. I followed that whole journey. It was beautiful. I mean, brokenly beautiful, right? Because it created her into the person she is today. We all have to go through broken glass and sometimes discipline that the Lord gives us because we have to learn. And I talked to her about that. Like nobody wants to go through muddy water. Like we're like, can we just skip it, God? Can we just, why do I have to go through all this junk? And it's like, he's just looking down going like, because you haven't learned yet. Like you apparently haven't learned yet. So I'm going to have you like keep going through the tready water until you realize when you let go and give me your all and allow me to handle you and allow me to work things out, then I will show you the blessings that I can provide. I truly know that because I think of it as me as like disciplining my daughter right now that's very much grounded. She has to gain my trust back. And so I have her going through muddy water until I can get that back. The Lord does the same thing. So if you're like, well, I can't ever find women that love, that care for me and all this stuff. Well, who are you surrounding yourself with? Who are you opening to? You know what I mean? Like sometimes it's because we aren't putting ourselves in the right situations or putting ourselves in the right areas of arenas of women, or maybe we're not putting up the boundaries. Like if Shelby was like constantly nagging and, oh, woe is me, da, da, da. And I kept feeding into it and I kept going, oh, girl, I know, man, this sucks and da, 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 right? And if I'm feeding into that, of course, I'm going to get people that are always gossipy and that kind of stuff, right? And then I'm going to be like, man, I can't ever find anybody that cares or prays for me or whatever. I'm doing the same thing. And the Lord is like, come on now. I'm trying to show you those aren't your people, but you keep putting yourself with those people. And he puts us through muddy water for us to learn. And we have to learn, as sucky it is, it's the whole point of, where he says you have to hit rock bottom. Most of us have hit rock bottom maybe a few times. And it's because we usually go back to an old habit because it's a used habit we're so used to doing, we forget we're used to doing it. And so we're continually going back and we're like, oh, wait, I'm doing that again. Hang tight. Oh, here comes Julia. Aw. So we keep doing it and we keep going back because we haven't learned. And so that's what happens is we like trickle back and forth because we have to continually learn and keep getting smacked in the face. Hello, Julia. I have to be squirrel now. I was talking about having the right people in your space, pretty much. You'll have to listen to the recording. It's pretty good. And I might have talked about you, but it's fine. Anyway, and so that's the beautiful part of, I think, the discipline that the Lord puts us through. And so remind yourself, if you feel like he's like you're always in treading water, or you're always down on yourself, you're always think maybe he's disciplining you and maybe there's something else you need to learn from. And maybe it's an old habit you keep going back to because you're used to going back to it. that's same for me. Julia literally smacked me in Marco Polo the other day. Like I was having a moment and she was like, Cassie, stop it. And I was like, Dadgum, yes, okay, thank you. I almost had a moment. But you have to surround your people that are going to do that for you so they're not agreeing with the things that you shouldn't be having or going on up here. And I'm grateful for people like that. Because I was having a moment that I was like, did I do something wrong? Did I da da da? And it was like, no, you are fine. You stop worrying about other people again. And I'm like, oh yeah, okay, hang on. I almost got tipsy again. It's like like you're literally, it's an addiction. Whatever you're struggling with is an addiction. Mine is people pleasing. And I have been totally fine until the other day. The enemy was like, oh, are you really? Are you really? And then I got Julia in my space going, which is what I needed. So good stuff. Hopefully that was a word for you. That was literally something that just flew off the shelf for me. So you're welcome. I had such a beautiful call, and that just reminded me of like getting ourselves into fresh water, putting ourselves in situations that don't help us continually mess up all the time. And so if you feel like you're continually going back to old habits or old ways, maybe reevaluate what you are doing, because most likely it is something we need to work on. And I know that was me. I'm like, oh, I've got to work on that again. Oh, why did I allow that to happen again? Because I was going back to something I used to do because it was an easy out. So does that speak to anybody? All that I just like, okay, good. Julia, how is your time in Arizona? I told them about Silver Stars and how they all should earn it, and they all are going to. So
It's amazing. I mean, we haven't done a whole lot like for Silver Stars yet, but I'll just show you that when Plexus does things for you, they take such great care of you. Like they're so phenomenal. Anyways, this is the view out our room. Let me see if I can hold on. There we go. I don't know if you can see it. Can you guys see it very well?
it looks like a golf course, but I know what it looks like because of my Marcos. But
As Gary say, the mountains are just right there. They're just beautiful. And we got like 3 or 4 hours, I didn't even know, like 3 hours of hiking in this afternoon when we got here. So it's been nice, relaxing, exhausting. And we skipped lunch, so now we're eating dinner and it's very good. So I'm excited for tomorrow because tomorrow morning, Plexus is going to pick me up, me and Joel, at 8:30, and we'll go to headquarters and we'll just basically be there most of the day. And then we'll come home for We'll come back to the hotel for a couple hours, and then we get to have dinner here at the restaurant. That's an incredibly high-ranking restaurant, and with Jean and Jory, and then Ashley, who is our head. Is she over marketing?
yeah,
Okay, yeah.
they all have
You
different
guys have
titles.
seen
I'm
her
just
on a
like,
lot of
yeah,
stuff.
she's up there.
Yeah. So, but really cool. I'm very excited.
I love it. Now, the cool part about it is you guys, her flights were covered, her hotel was covered. They also a chauffeur picked her up with her name today. So imagine that, like things that you feel like are only for high class people. Plexus wants you to realize you are that because you're a child of God, and they want you to they want to treat you that way. And so they picked her up at the hotel, chauffeur, her own car, took her to her hotel, and she is also going to get a spa treatment. Her and Joel, not just her
Yeah.
and Joel. What else? Tell them all of your plans for the next 2 days, and then we've got about 3 more minutes, and then we'll close out.
So they brought us in first thing this morning. And so when we got here, the hotel was really generous and they're like, do whatever you want. If you need to change, we'll keep your stuff, because they were cleaning our room at the time. And they're like, if you're going to leave, just leave your phone number here and we'll call you when your room's ready. So they called us when we were on top of the Ridge Point thing over there. And anyway, so we hiked all day. So that's been really cool. It was beautiful. I have all of my stories, or at least a lot of it in my stories, so you can go and look at that. And then tomorrow morning at 8:30, they're going to pick us up in a car and take us to Lexus. I'm assuming, I don't know, it's really early, so I'm guessing we'll get breakfast.
Yes, I think they're the
Gary
hotel.
said it's like 8 o'clock that they're picking us up, so I assumed,
You
but
might want to find out before you assume.
Okay. I'll check with Lisa, but I know for Ruby's on the Rise, when they picked us up that early, they fed us like a little bit of breakfast and then they had lunch. And so
Well,
we'll do
Ruby's on
that.
the Rise that is bigger. There's only like 6 of y'all. So
True.
I would double check because I felt like I had breakfast on my own. They fed us, but it was like the
Okay.
hotel and then they reimbursed us or whatever. So I
Okay.
would double check.
I'll find out from her then. Yes. So anyways, but then tomorrow I don't even know what we're doing at corporate. I have no idea. So it'll be a surprise. And we'll spend the whole day there. For the most part, we come back around 2. And then we come home, we can lounge by the pool or whatever, and then we go to dinner with them at 6. And then the next morning we're gonna actually try to get up. There's a hike, a trail off of the hotel that goes down to a canyon. And so we're going to try to do that on Thursday morning. And then I have a massage, an hour massage at 9, and Joel has one at 10. And then we are able to stay here until 4 o'clock, and then we fly back home. So it's like a full packed 3 days, but it's beautiful. Like it's all stuff we want to do basically. And just the day with corporate is going to be phenomenal. I'm super excited.
Yeah. You'll get
So,
to see the ins and outs and you'll probably get to test things. You're going to get to see things. But the thing that I will say is if you guys have questions that you want to ask Jean or like anybody there, send them to her because she's going to be able to ask them anything, as she has them there tomorrow for dinner. So, and same with like customer service. She'll be able to walk through customer service and they'll, help ask her, how are we doing? How can we help? How can we do better? She'll go through all of where it's all packaged. She'll see all of our products and everything in the inventory. She'll go to the science lab where they're actually making them and probably, the watermelon,
That's
where they make the
awesome.
watermelon. She'll get to try something new and stuff like that. And so I'm so pumped for her.
Yay. And you guys, here's the thing. I know Chris's call is getting ready to start,
Yeah.
but don't think, I always was of the mindset that you had to have like 10 or 15 silvers. I have 5. I had 6. I think it was 5.
Either 5 or 6,
No,
either way.
it was 6 because it was one more than you had.
Okay. Yep.
So, I had 6 silvers. So like, think of that, how easy, and it has to be either your direct silver or your level 1 silver. So it's either a level 1 or level 2, but think of how simple it truly is. And they pick 3 people in the company every month to earn it. So, and you get to pick when you want to go. We could have gone back in, because I earned it in July. We could have gone back in October, but I had a lot of things going on in October, so we pushed it out to April. So don't think it's impossible. It is actually not. They make it very, very possible.
Correct. That'd be like if Christy helped, Shelby and Veronica, that would still count as 2 silvers. And so think of it that way. Like the more people you help and then help your people help, the more that you add up to that.
It just has to be in 1 month.
Correct. All in 1 month.
Yeah.
So, okay,
Awesome.
guys. So glad that I got to chat with you. I love having our little team calls where we have kind of a huddle and team and all of that. Super grateful. Let's go on to Chris's if you're able to. She's going to be having new business coaching. So she's going to be coaching a few people. And then those are good because you get to hear other people's stories and stuff like that. So pop in. And if you have somebody brand new, have them go listen to it because they might learn something as well. So, okay. So glad to see you guys.